A very good morning to all of you. Let's brief out some basic concepts of Python. First of all, what is a Python? Python is actually a high level programming language with applications in numerous areas including web programming, scripting, scientific computing, and artificial intelligence. It is very popular and used by the organizations such as Google, NASA, CIA, and Disney. It is processed at runtime by the interpreter. I think you all must be aware about interpreter. It's actually a program that runs the scripts written in an interpreted language such as Python, right? So interpreter is going to execute your code line by line. The moment it generates any error, there and then we have to rectify the error, we have to correct the problem in the code, and then the executions take place. There is no need to compile your program before executing it. And what version we are using, that is 3.6.2, or some of you must be using 3.7. So 3.x basically we say that is being used. Alright, and whenever we save any file in Python, the extension is always .py. Next we come to the very basic, that is first program, how to print on the Python GUI, that is graphical user interface. You all must have used print statement many times, like printing a particular message, print in the bracket hello universe. So it is going to print this message as it is. Then to quit or exit from Python, we can simply type a quit function or we can use the exit function. Okay, and we can press enter. Next we come to the simple operations, like we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, that is for remainder, and float division operator. Alright, so like in maths we write 2 plus 2, the answer is going to be 4, same over here. Next is given as 5 plus 4 minus 3. This is a complete expression and the answer will be 6. You have to use the same concept of BODMAS here, using the bracket open, then division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Same rule. Here multiplication symbol is the asterisk, or we can say a star operator, and division is the front, or we say forward slash. So to use the parenthesis, second example is also given, like 2 into 3 plus 4. So first of all 3 will be added with 4, that is 7, and 7 into 2, that is 14, will be given as the result. Then third example is given with the negative number, like minus 7 plus 2 in the bracket into minus 4. So first of all the brackets will be solved. Minus 7 plus 2 will become minus 5, then into minus 4. The answer will be 20. Fourth example is division by 0 in Python. If you try to divide any number by 0, it is going to give you the error, that is 0 division error. So integer division or modulo by 0 error it will show. Next we come to the floats. What are float numbers? Actually they represent the numbers not as integers. We can say that the numbers having fractional part, they are going to be considered as the floats, right? Other numerical operations, like first is the exponentiation operator, the raising of one number to the power of another. So this operation is performed using two asterisks. If you want to raise 2 with the number 5, right? So 2 star star 5, that means 2 to the power 5. So this is going to give you the result as 32. If you want to find the square root of any number, let's say 9. So I can write 9 star star half. That means 9 to the power 1 by 2, that is half. The answer will be in float here, 3.0. Next operation is finding the quotient and remainder. If you want to use the division to find quotient, here we have two options. First we can go for a normal division by using a single forward slash, or if I use a float division, right? If I use a float division, so like example is given here, 20, 2 slashes, then 6. So when you try to divide 20 by 6, so what will be the quotient? Quotient will be 3, because 6 3s are 18, right? And the remainder will be 2. So if you want to print the remainder, then you have to use a percentage sign. So you're going to use 20 percentage, or we can say modulo operator 6. So the next example is showing the modulo operator, like 1.25 modulo 0.5. So it is going to show the remainder as 0.25. You can calculate this without removing the fractional part. Simply provide this number 1.25 Try to divide by 0.5 and remainder is 0.25. Next we come on to the strings. As we know, strings are created by entering some text, or we can say strings are collection of characters, and they are actually enclosed using two single or double quotation marks, right? Next is, if you want to insert a new line in a string, then we have to use a very special escape sequence, that is \n. You can check over here, some characters can't be included in a string. They must be escaped by placing a \n before them. Okay, so manually writing /n, this is \. Okay, it is not the division slash, it is a \n. It can be avoided by writing the whole string between three sets of quotes. So example is also given here. We have system : please enter input. In the next line we have user, that is enter input. Third line is system : gives output. So this is a complete string in three different lines. So if you want to print this particular string, then you can see over here what is the answer coming. You can see after every line there is a /n. So this is the /n is a character for inserting a new line. Okay, then simple input and output, as we all know, using a print function we can print the output. Using the input function we can take input from the user. So here they have taken the input as 222 and the answer is coming the same. All right, next we come to some operations on string. If I want to concatenate two strings, concatenation basically means joining of strings. So if I want to concatenate hello Python, so answer will be hello Python together without any space. You can see here there is a space after hello, because in string 1 hello is having a space with it. That is why the space is coming, right? You can check another example, 2 plus 2. See, 2 and 2 over here are called as strings, right? Any number which is included in the quotes becomes a string, right? So 2 will come as the answer. They have been joined together. Then next is another example. You are trying to add an integer number 3 with this string 2, right? So this is going to raise an error which is called as type error, that you cannot concatenate string with integer objects. All right, so whenever you have to concatenate two strings, make sure both are strings. Okay, next we come to the multiplication. Like if you want to replicate a string some number of times, here we have an example. The word is Sumit. You want to print this Sumit 3 times. So you can simply multiply this string Sumit with the number 3. Please make sure the replication operator always has one string and one integral number. The number should not be float. So here you are multiplying Sumit 3 times. So answer is coming as Sumit, Sumit, Sumit without any space. You try to multiply 4 with the string 2. So this 2, which is a string, is going to be replicated 4 times. Okay, you cannot multiply strings with another strings. Okay, and you cannot multiply the strings with floats. So you can check in the below given 2 examples. Both are giving us the type error, that we cannot multiply. The sequence means here the string, because strings are sequence of characters, you cannot multiply them with any non-integral value. Okay, the last topic for today's class is type conversion. Like if you want to convert one type into another. Okay, like I want to add two numbers 2 and 3, but 2 and 3 are given initially as strings. So 2 is one string and 3 is actually another string. So you have to convert these two strings into integer first. So see what is happening. We have used the int function. This int function is available in the Python library. It is already available. We don't have to create again. So int in the bracket we have written 2 as a string, plus int in the bracket 3 as another string. So this is going to internally convert this string 2 and 3 into the numbers 2 and 3. So 2 and 3, when they are converted into integers, then we can add them. So 2 plus 3 will give us 5. Okay, another example is you are trying to enter a number from user. Okay, and you are converting this number into float, right? You can check this. Before input, this complete bracket is there and float is written over here. Okay, so float means it is going to convert this number into a floating point number, plus enter another number that is also converted into float. So when you're trying to enter two numbers, the answer will be coming in the form of float, right? So it is going to convert 42 into 42.0 and 55 into 55.0, and addition is taking place. So the answer is coming as 97.0. So that's all for today's class. Thank you to all.